I feel one of the most important things to do as a composer is to find the right team.
Nerakhis, God of the night, run to me, I wish tonight.
The sound of the music is very orchestral. It could be even a big classic, but nonetheless, it is very pop as well.
There are 20 musical numbers in our production, and each of them has to go through this 5-step process. It starts by creating the lyrics. We make the structure of the song and create a space from which we can start to put in the melody. That's the moment where we create the actual music and the themes and the leitmotifs that are going to be in the songs. We then transcribe this by creating the tempos and putting it inside of a frame in which we can record it. In the recording, we give a voice to the songs, and then we can orchestrate it and create a framework with all the instruments. And that's the song.
Hey, good to see you.
Okay, so
we have a lot of work to do today.
with Alberto, we would discuss the meaning of the lyrics. We would discuss the rhymes, the sound of it, right? The key, the tonality. Does it sound minor, major? Do we use more jazzy chords?
Today we're working on the final number of the show. No pressure at all, right?
In many cases, we would just record it on our phone, or I would play and then Alberto would record it.
You know what? Let's try with the guitar.
And we have these audios, which me singing the best way I could over my piano, and I was playing the song and singing at the same time, trying to figure out how the song should work.
Tear from the flower, tear from the tree. You feel the mountain with a sea of stars.
Hopefully, these audios will never come to the light of the public, but I don't think it is in my hands. So if any of you hear my voice of those specific audios, because sometimes I can sing, but sometimes I just can't.
Why don't we try the C? Instead of like the C, we try it with like the re, like with like the higher, like.
Okay.
You feel the mountain with a sea of stars.
Exactly. I think that we can.
Sometimes we had these eureka moments of, now we got it.
You feel the mountain with a sea.
We can even add the seventh here.
Perfect.
And once we had a clear idea, Albert would say, yeah, well, that's done. And he would be happy. But in my head, I was like, yeah, now it's done. But then we need the orchestration, and then we need to contact many people to make it happen. So it's just the beginning. But it was so good to see how he was happy and really, he was really enjoying the process of making his vision come alive.
Albert has always had a very clear idea of what it's meant to sound like and what it's meant to look like, but at the same time he's very open to for our input, for our creative input in how maybe this would look a lot better than what he proposed, or giving alternatives and kind of finding ideas as we go via individual artistic expression.
This is 10. The first one is 10. Remember that we had this change, like you
yeah.
played with 14. Remember you played with 14, but the first
Yeah.
one you have to like kind of like restrain yourself to this like.
Yeah.
So like like the first in the estribillo has like 10 instead of 14, which is kind of like also constrictive, kind of cool for the theme. For
Yeah. In the process of finding Nerakhis' sound, I like to think that a lot of my improvisations fit quite well because there are a lot of, arpeggios. It's very heavily elongated melodies and all these eccentric, almost ornaments. Nerakhis' sound is a lot more, it's bold, it's very bold, and it's very, very well encompassed by the organ. But at the same time, it's very free.
And then the moment came of recording.
Show me her blue cheeks and eyes that make me shiver.
I called my friend Tomeu. He's a producer, he's a songwriter, he's a very good producer. And I called him and I say, I'm doing a musical. And he was like, what?
Està sent una experiència molt maca i el que jo faig és bàsicament canviar sons, mesclar-los i apropar la maqueta que se m'envia de la composició com a tal cap un esglaó més cap a el que acabareu escoltant tots un cop estigui tot acabat, no?
And then I called Mònica. I was the director of our university choir. So Mònica was a soprano in my choir.
Ma 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 mane mine mone mane mine mone mane mine mone ma mane mine mone mane mine mone mane mine mone ma.
She loves musicals, and I know that she loves musicals, and immediately she said yes.
Honestly, I feel really honored and I'm very, very grateful for being able to participate in this project.
From the flower, tear from the tree.
Regarding Calanthe as a character, I think she's a really interesting human being with lots of emotional depth.
So we first get the exposure of Calanthe. She's in a cage. She's locked up, and how breaking out and exploring the natural world, that's her passion. And then her passion gets reimagined through her exposure with Alea.
I think it's not difficult for me to connect with her. And, well, I always try to do her justice, no?
Tell me more about the stars, why they shine and live and sparkle.
This can be difficult because obviously I don't have a previous example, but on the other hand, I think it's really rewarding because I have lots of creative freedom and I can give my inputs and put a little bit of myself in the project, and I think that's simply priceless.
You fill the mountain with a sea of stars.
I honestly really enjoy working with Rafel and Tomeu because they're really, really fun, but also really professional at the same time.
With familiar hung. ¿Vale? Sí, però bueno, si no sientes es legato, però intentar marcar aquests trossos, ¿vale? No l'entenem, sí?
The perfect mix of laughter, but also productivity.
It's so good when you have friends and that they know you and they know that you can do and you trust them, but they trust you, and sometimes it's just an immediate yes and things happen.
Yet I can't help but thinking.
They inspire me a lot because I can always learn something new from them. They're amazing people. And one thing that I love a lot about them is that they're very welcoming and they create this safe space, an environment in which I can be myself.
Would really see, you really feel how you are doing something great with your friends, and that's priceless.
I believe the greatest highlight working on this project thus far, these past couple of months, has been the people.
I have no words, it feels surreal.
In 1,000 lonely faces in the crowd, look at me with familiar hungry eyes. When my memories just want to scream aloud, I feel something deep inside me twist and die. Yeah!